Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video on 9.14 Easy Path for Completion. We're going to attempt Cosmic Horror, Mixed Master, True Lies and Adam and Axiom Path. The defenders are going to be Nebula, Vulture, Jubilee, Moon Knight, Magneto and Hulkbuster, followed by the boss that we're going to take out. And the best champions for this path will be a Cosmic Champions, and you have to combine them with a 6-star relic because 6-star relics will be very important. Now ideally you want Cosmic Champions that have at least one buff that when they start the fight to deal with rolling with punches node. But if you want to bring in champions like Hercules, or you want to bring in Cosmic Ghost Rider, bring it with an Odin synergy so you have those buffs at the start of the fight, so you don't have to worry about stun reduction from roll with punches. Your top options, I have tried this is the most fun I had in all the paths that I've done. It's going to be Venom, Hyperion, Gladiator. They absolutely destroy this path. Boost and masteries are going to be your regular ones. I would suggest you to boost because the health pools are crazy. And for the boss island, you have 3 bosses. That's going to be Walks, Black Widow, Clairvoyant and Lady Deathstrike. We're going to attempt Black Widow, Clairvoyant, so stay tuned for that guys, and let's jump into the path. Starting off the path, the first defender is going to be a Nebula. Now with Hyperion, I already have a power gain as soon as I start, so I can easily parry and not worry about the stun timing being reduced by rolling with the punches. Now all I need to do is to just use parry, light attack into heavy, so the Mixed Master doesn't come into play until I have a striker. As soon as I get a striker, I use the striker, and if you notice, there is going to be a panic debuff on the opponent. As soon as the panic debuff is there, I don't have to worry about Mixed Master anymore because that stops the defender from evading at all. Now Hyperion is a champion that is very much based on heavy attacks. So the more heavy attacks I use, every heavy attack, the panic debuff is going to be refreshed. So Hyperion is one of the best options for this path. Just parry heavy, and as soon as you get a special, throw that out. And because I have a rank 3 Hyperion, he is really killing it. 52,000 crits just like that. And before you know it, you have another striker ready. So the striker can refresh the panic debuff for you. So this path is all about keeping the panic debuff on the opponent. Once you have the panic debuff on the opponent, you don't need to worry about him missing or evading. No Mixed Master, nothing to worry about. Now here I'm going to use a Hercules against our second fight, that is Vulture. You notice that I used an Odin pre-fight before that. I just wanted to have the buffs ready on me before I went into the fight, so I don't have to worry about the stun timing being reduced because of rolling with the punches node. Now I have that out of the mind. Now I can play freely, and you can do the same with Cosmic Ghost Rider as well. On their own, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Hercules are not great options for this path, but with Odin they work really well, so you can use them in. Again, I've just slowly built up with Hercules. I was using medium light with intercepts. You can go with medium, light, medium, or you can go with light, medium combos, whichever is easy for you until you build up a striker. The striker is the main I would say goal on this path. As soon as you have a striker, you can use them, and the panic debuff is there. Once the panic debuff is there, I know that Vulture is not going to evade or with the Mixed Master, so all I need to do is to either use my heavy to refresh the panic debuff, or I have to throw my striker again when it's available, and that's about it. That's how you take out this fight. This is probably the slowest fight on this path because Hercules takes a bit of time to get into to build up, but all the other fights are very quick. So again, we threw an SP1 here, waiting for a heavy attack. We're just going to parry, use a heavy attack, refresh the panic. So you will notice it says ability failed. It will also say evade failed, so you don't need to worry about rolling with the punches because you have a lot of buffs on you. You need at least one buff to keep it from activating. And here we are throwing another SP2, and Vulture is almost dead. Again, I have really enjoyed this path. This is very like the easiest path I've done in all of this 9.1. And especially because I was able to finish this path in like 10 minutes. So it kind of felt good not doing a 15-minute path. So fight number, I think 3 is going to be against a Jubilee. I'm bringing in Venom. Now Venom is a total boss here. Just need to slowly build up to your striker. And as soon as you have a striker, he's going to really kill it. Now, luckily for me, Venom is I have a 6-star Venom relic, and the Spirit Gain is also very quick because of the 9.1 buffs for 7-star champions. So I don't have to worry about anything. Look at that. Look at her melt with the bleeds. All I need to do is to heavy every now and then to make sure that the panic debuff is refreshed, and then 5-hit combos right in there. And before I know it, because I'm using a 6-star relic, my striker is refreshed again, going back into SP1 again. Look at that bleeds. Oh, you gotta love Venom. Here we go again, going back in. All the bleeds are kicking in. Heavy attack, refresh the panic, and boom, there is Jubilee down in less than a minute. So yeah, really fun path. It doesn't look like it when you look at the nodes in the beginning. It feels like, oh, it's going to be a lot, but it's very similar to the easy path in 9.13, where you have to keep the armor breaks up. Here you have to keep the panic debuff up, and you're good to go. So here we are taking a Hyperion again against Moon Knight. This is going to be fun, a quick fight, just using light into heavy attack so the Mixmaster doesn't come into play. I'm gonna do the same with an heavy attack into SP2, and now I have a striker ready, so I'm just gonna wait for him to throw his SP2, go back in, throw my striker at the end of medium, light, medium, and now the panic debuff have set in. All I need to do is to throw my specials, and with Hyperion, 37,000 Hyperion is just crazy on another level. So just gonna wait for another SP2, go back in, throw mine, 13,000, 63,000 crit. Oh, Hyperion is just made for this path. And with the heavy, with the automatic heavy that you do within the combos to refresh your Furies, that refreshes the panic as well. So this is a crazy path for Hyperion. 82,000 crit. Somebody just shut the door. There we go. Moon Knight is out. And before we know it, we are on fight number 5. Now this fight can be a bit annoying if you don't bring a counter, because a lot of champions are going to be your metal champions. I kept Hulkling. I could go this fight with I can go do this fight with Hercules also. I can also do this fight with Venom also, but I kept Hulkling just because it's easy to, you know, block him and then hit him with the big SP2. So again, here I'm just using medium, light, mediums to get a striker. The striker is here now because I have a 6-star striker. So the Spirit Gain was very quick. Just here I'm trying to throw my SP2 into the block, and there we have it. Again, SP1 evade. Looking at the panic debuff, it's going to wear off, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go back to medium, light, medium and build up that striker again. As soon as I have that, I'm gonna throw the striker, and then I'm gonna use a heavy attack. So the heavy attack will keep Magneto in his place and allowing me to hit him in his block, go the unblockable, and then throw that SP2 out so I can do quite a bit of damage. And just like that, if you notice, Magneto is down to 50%. SP2 evade, going back in with all the damage, because I know the panic debuff is there. I don't need to worry. So already SP2 is ready. Another SP2 goes in. Look at that huge damage, and he's down to 26%. Really fun path, guys, if you just have the right champions. My roster is very cosmic heavy, so that's why really enjoying this path. All that damage without using any boost, so that's working out for me. So yeah, just like that, we can bring Magneto down. Final, use a heavy attack, refresh the panic, and with the unblockable final SP2, and there goes Magneto. And we are barely 7 minutes into the video, and we are at the final defender. That is going to be a Hulkbuster. Now with Hulkbuster, I'm going to go in with a Venom again. So my Venom is rank 3, and the relic on it is a 6-star dupe. So it will be very quick for my relic to fill up. It's already halfway there. So all I'm doing is medium, light, medium, and then parry into heavy. I like to do that combo style. You can go with medium, light, and medium lights only. You can also go with light, medium, depending on you. The whole thing is to build up your striker and get that panic debuff on while you use the striker, and then don't let the panic debuff expire. Just keep using your heavy attack and keep refreshing it. And if you get a striker before the first panic debuff expires, use that to refresh it. So keep using your heavy and striker to refresh, and you should be able to get through these fights relatively quickly. I've tried the other two paths here as well. I tried the Captain America path as well, but there you need champions that have easy access to anti-evade mechanisms. So that path, a lot of it can go wrong. But this one is quite simple. Just bring in a striker with a cosmic champion with a few buffs. Even if you don't have that, you can bring champions with Odin pre-fight and you should be good to finish off this path. Moving on to the boss, let's go to the selection screen and look for a good counter to Black Widow Clairvoyant. That is the boss we're going to attempt. So on the screen, we're going to go ahead and select Void, and we're going to go straight to Black Widow Clairvoyant. Now with Black Widow Clairvoyant, there is aggressive regeneration. So if you don't attack, she's going to get all of these stacks of regen. And there's also ebb and flow intercept. So if you intercept, you're going to get a fury and the protection will wane off. And there's also one too many hits. So you're going to, whenever your defender will gain a bar of power, you will get a power sting on you. So, and also when there's Footloose, so when Black Widow Clairvoyant will use a special attack, she is going to get evaded and also unstoppable. But the trick here is to not intercept Black Widow Clairvoyant at all. I do an intercept here by mistake, because what happens when you do an intercept, the protection goes away. When the protection comes back after 12 seconds, it removes all the debuffs. So the whole idea here is to reverse the regeneration of Black Widow Clairvoyant with Petrifies. So if I intercept, I am removing all of those debuffs I've applied at the end of the protection. So what I need to do here, I have 2 Petrifies. Now I just need to play easy, just hit in the block, do not give her special. Even if she gets a special, I can just simply hit her in the block or just dance around during the unstoppable and evade phase. And look at that, she is just melting. I have given plenty of options on the right side with you can knock down but not intercept. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you on the next one, 9.1.5. And apart from that, see you later. Bye.